my good friends, it is December 1st, and that means it is time for Vlogmas. The reason I'm showing you a plastic bag filled with books is because I'm sitting in my car outside my school filming this intro, and there are students everywhere, and I don't think it's a good idea to show the front of my school. So welcome to Vlogmas. I now have over 100 subscribers, which means in this vlog, we will get a classroom library tour. Let's go. So as you can see, I'm not finished with my classroom library, and I kind of just have books sitting everywhere. Here are some I got from the library yesterday. Lots of Rick Riordan books. I'm just gonna have to make a tub of Rick Riordan stuff. This is what we listen to during class. This is a book that my dog messed up when I was a child, but we got books everywhere. So let's get started. Some more random books I just haven't put away. As you can see, I don't really have the most shelf space in here. We have another random book just sitting there. So here's how I break it up. I've got nonfiction in green tubs. I still need a lot more tubs. And the fiction is in purple tubs. So those are all novels, which we will get to. These are all nonfiction. And then this right over here, those are all papers with no name on them. This right here is my sequential art section. And then above that, we have all my completed series. So someone's got the first Hunger Games novel out. Someone's got the first Killing Eve novel out. Divergent, a few more Hunger Games. Everworld, we got a boy reading that. The Giver, Harry Potter. Unwind, and Shadow and Bone. My cartoon shelf, I showed you, or my cartoon bin, showed you this in a preview. So these are the books we got in here. Mostly Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Captain Underpants. Always, here's a do-it-yourself book that some of my kids have been filling out. So all of these are very popular. I wish they kind of read other stuff, but as long as they're reading, I'm happy. So these are all completed graphic novels. Star Wars, Watchmen, graphic novel version of Edgar Allan Poe, Dogman, popular one, Mouse Guard, and then Mouse, graphic novel of Julius Caesar. Everywhere you see a sticky note, that means the student's reading it. Fables, Animal Farm. Fables is normally pretty graphic, but that one doesn't have any nudity in it. And then Lumberjanes, more Edgar Allan Poe, another Mouse. These are both of them. Mouse, Mouse Guard, and then A Graphic History of the Civil War. That one's not very popular. Manga. So only the second Vinland Saga, because I haven't found the first. I'll just put that there for now. Pokemon, Blue Lock, and then volumes 1 through 3. Full Metal Alchemist, Tokyo Ghoul is out right now. And then these are just like loose comics. So Dungeons and Dragons and Forgotten Realms. Thank you, Liam, from Liam's Lyceum. That was donated by him. Marvel and Avengers, DC Justice League, Mouse Guard Limited Series, and then all Lumberjanes down there. As you can see, I definitely need more tubs. Here we go into the nonfiction. So, funny story about this: Paranormal, Ghost Hunting Texas, Magic Tree House Fact Checkers, and then all of this. A girl, for her reading log, was doing this story, or this ghost stories, and I went to her. I was like, you filled out the wrong log. You filled out the fiction log. She goes, oh, well, I don't believe in ghosts, so I just did fiction. Even though these books are all presented as nonfiction, it did kind of hurt me to write paranormal on green tape for that one. True crime. This one's popular too. We got The Five, story of all the people the women Jack the Ripper killed. This is a graphic version of the terrible Axeman of New Orleans. No Choir Boy, 57 Bus, White Riot, Black Massacre. This is a zine, and we actually study the Tulsa Race Massacre. So I found this in Savannah, Georgia, and decided to get it. Hidden Evidence, 42 Crimes and How Forensic Science Helps Solve Them. This is just a true crime story. This is about capital punishment. This one's popular with the boys, Technology and Medicine. As you can see, this book right here has been through the ringer. It's just a coffee table book about cars. Boys love cars, I don't know why. Hidden Figures, Junior Edition. Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs? I do actually own these books, even though some of them are like former library books, but I guess somebody stole them from the library and then sold them on Amazon. National Geographic. Oh, this is in the wrong tub. This is not National Geographic. So 100 Weird But True, or 300 Weird But True. Then these are like the kids' versions of just National Geographic readers. These are also really popular. We got Snakes. Snakes is the most popular one. Sharks, Predator, Face Off, Robots, 9/11. This one's pretty popular too. And then these are all National Geographic actual magazines that were donated. So I'll go through those another time. Animals, these are popular with the ladies. Hedgy Hedgehog, Deadliest, Our Dogs, Ourselves. Do penguins have knees? And then these are all like really easy early readers that my kids can just pick up, read through. These Who Would Win. So these are cool. I actually had a girl, she doesn't speak English very well, and she was able to read these, and she was like, oh, these are so cool. Oh my goodness. Hyena, Honey Badger. My money's on the Honey Badger in that one. Wolverine. Yeah, so you get the idea with these. Lobster versus Crab. Rattlesnake versus Secretary Bird. Then I've got Clownfish Aren't So Funny. That was a good one. Weird Animals. Ooh. And then this one. I love this one. Narwhal. Arctic Unicorn. Do you guys know narwhals are real? I didn't. QHQ. These, it took the kids a while to find these. But once they did, they loved it. Climate change. Women's rights movement. My boys don't like to read this for some reason. There's AIDS, crisis, Cesar Chavez, and Pompeii. It is like way later in the day. My kids finally all just left, so we're gonna finish this up. So this is nonfiction sports, mostly baseball stuff. Here, talking about, I put this in sports, talking about politics of rape. It's really more of a true crime book, but it fits in sports. This one's so cool. Magic Treehouse, and then this is poetry, and then we've got like Harlem Globetrotters. So places and people basically just means miscellaneous. Hitler, Map Heads. It's a book about people who like maps. U.S. history. This is Rosemary, the hidden Kennedy daughter, about one of the Kennedys who got a lobotomy. Nickel and dimed on not getting by in America, quite timely. We studied this, Battlefield and Classroom. We studied, where is it? Where does it say the name? Oh, Carlisle Indian School. We studied that in my classroom, so a couple have tried to pick that one up. It's on a little bit too high of their reading level. You Should Meet Lin-Manuel Miranda, The Working Poor, 100 Nasty Women in History. As you can see, I got a girl reading it. Texas. And The Permanent Record by Snowden for Young Readers. Then The Federalist Papers, a giant book about Pompeii, Birth of a Nation. And War. This one's really popular too. I found these books at the first time I went to that Books and Crannies in Terrell, Texas. These True Tales. Really cool. D-Day, Pearl Harbor, World War II. We got Argo, The Pianist, Night, which is technically a memoir, but I'm putting it in war. Ninjas and Samurai, Thermopylae, The Battle That Changed the World, Code Talkers, Voices of the Pacific, again, more of a memoir, and then just a picture book about Pearl Harbor. Memoir and autobiography, When I Was Puerto Rican. These little, they're royal diaries things. They're not real, but they're cute. I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. Anne Frank. Royal Diaries of Elizabeth. That was mine from when I was younger. The Freedom Writer's Diary. I Am Malala. Another Cleopatra. And then 12 Years a Slave. Now we move on to the fiction shelf. And I'm going to start at the bottom. So my big tub of fantasy books. These are very precariously in here. As you can see, I'm tugging. So I will do... Yeah, you don't get to see all those fantasy books. They're kind of hard to get out. But this tub was really more popular with my first period. Ella Enchanted. Got the Dragons. This is Aragon. Wheel of Time. Dune. Some other stuff. And then here's the other fantasy tub. Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe. Some of the series of Unfortunate Event books. Wrinkle in Time. Snugglepot. Cuddle Pie. Miss Peregrine's. I think this is The Girl Who Drank the Moon back here. Yep. Merlin. And Merlin. Donated by Liam. Alright. Science fiction. We got a bunch of Star Wars books and Gears of War. It's right here. Michael Crichton. Jurassic Park. Then this is Dragon Teeth. We got a kid reading that. Tears of the Truffle Pig, kind of a weird one. Star Wars, and then another Gears of War, Journey to the Center of the Earth. And the big tub. Animorphs, Downsiders, Timeline. This is Flowers for Algernon right here. Another Star Wars book. Then these are some Halo books back here. What's back here? What is that? Divergent. And then Illuminate. What's this one? Animorphs again. Okay. Whew, let me kneel down because my back's starting to hurt. Okay. So these are Myths and Legends. This is a book I bound myself. Aesop's Fables. I just did it with tape because I didn't want to spend money on it, but one of my girls really liked it. Second Percy Jackson book about Hercules, Go the Distance. Probably doesn't really belong in Myths and Legends, like Robin Hood, but I don't know, kids think the way they think. Scottish myths, and then we got African myths, and then Japanese myths, and then King Arthur. Let's put Fables back. Alright, starting all the way over here, horror. Another popular, so Phil Tilt. Got lots of middle grade horror in here. This is The Ghost, Crutchfield Hall. I just read that. It was mediocre. And, alright, we'll put that right there. We'll just look at the spines. The Man Who Was Poe. I really liked that as a child. Westerns, Louis L'Amour, and then Sterling North, 2 McCarthy, 2 copies of this, Close Range, and then this is Moccasin Trail. Romance, so it's Anna Kay. The sun is also a star. Bless me. The son is also a star, and then Alex and Eliza. And then stage plays, mostly just Shakespeare. Shakespeare, Shakespeare, Shakespeare. Red, White, and Tuna. A Doll's House. The Fat Woodworker. I mean, there's just tons more Shakespeare. All right, then classics. I love these little illustrated classics around here because they can open up a book where they know the story and actually be able to read it. Tale of Two Cities, Hatchet, Tuesdays with Morrie. Yeah, you get the idea. The Time Machine. Lord of the Flies. What's this? Scarlet Letter. Color Purple. And then this is The Stranger. And then more classics. Got Mark Twain, Huckleberry Finn, Dubliners, love it. More Lord of the Flies. And then we've got Bleak House right here. This is Heart of Darkness. And then two more illustrated classics, Captain's Courageous and The Red Bridge. All right, first type of historical fiction, Girl with the Pearl Earring. And then we've got Chains back here, which is the third book in the third book in Seeds of America. And then we got Look at the Titanic. Second hist-fic tub, Parzival, Salt to the Sea. Someone has checked out the Here's Out of the Easy by Rita Sepetys and The Four Winds. Esperanza Rising, this is really popular. Lizzie Bright and the Buckmaster Boy Not Really, The Witch of Blackbird Pond, Magic Treehouse, Revolutionary War on Wednesday, Jacob, Have I Loved. So these are all just kind of classics. Little House on the Prairie. I like that series until the part where she like kind of grows up and Chains sort of gets involved with a little bit of a pedophile. He's 25, she's 15, he's like coming on to her. They don't get married till she's 18. And then Sarah Plain and Tall. Social Justice with The Fire on High. And this is One Crazy Summer. Americana, George Washington Gomez. Great novel. And then I have The Kite Runner and A Thousand Splendid Suns. It's getting harder. More social justice, The Outsiders, Black Like Me. We've got another Black Like Me, Wonder, Homeboys, and then Brown Girl Dreaming. Realistic fiction. This one is cram-packed. Crash by Jerry Spinelli. S.C. Hinton, who wrote The Outsiders. We got Tex, Crazy Rich Asian, very popular. This is A List of Cages. Graduation of Jake Moon. Read that in the 4th grade. Challenger Deep, Edwina Victorious, Towers Falling, Junie B. Jones, Charlie St. Cloud. And then animal main characters. I had so many books about animals that I had to make a whole thing for them. So here they are, Stuart Little, always a classic. And then I got The Guardians of Ga'Hoole, Santa Paws, Something About a Raccoon on the Roof, Ragweed, and then this is The Tale of Despereaux. Horror. So people tell me Frankenstein is science fiction, but I put him in horror. Stephen King, that's it. This is Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. There we go. And then The Final Girl Support Group, World War Z. This is in there backwards. I'm not sure what that is. Hold on. Ghost of Fossil Glen, Frankenstein, and Ghosts. LGBT plus. They both die at the end. Simon versus the Homo sapien agenda, and Stay Gold. Oops, almost dropped it. I need more of these. I need more gay books. Mystery and thriller. Sherlock Holmes, Harriet the Spy, Trapped in Death Cave, Face on the Milk Carton. You know, a lot of these are classics. Da Vinci Code. This is called Stranger Things Happen. It's a short story collection. It's really cool. The Secret of the Old Clock, Who Stole Halloween. This is one of the Theodore Boone Good Lawyers, and that's a story in Scarlet, a study of Charlotte, whatever, I don't know. And then sports. So we've got Jason Reynolds' track series, which I have serious mixed feelings about it because they're all written in vernacular. And then Long Shot for Paul. So they're all written in vernacular, which is fine for entertainment. But this is English class. We try to move away from that vernacular and speak academically, but it is what it is. So that's it, guys. Everything above this is what my classroom came with. Everything in a tub I bought or was donated to me or my parents bought for me. The lack of access to books in the inner city is pretty bad. I mean, if all your books looked like this, would you want to read? Probably not. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the 100 subs. And this was tiring, but it was fun. So keep reading, keep writing, keep loving words, and I'll see you next time. Bye.